What's up, guys? This is Showtime's Fight Forum. Guess who I am? Oh, you already know. Your boy Showtime. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Appreciate all the views. Appreciate the comments even more. You know, I want to get that more active. So, I mean, I don't know. Let's start filling the comments up, man. Like, I will respond. Best believe. Like, I will comment. So, yeah. Thank you. I can't be, more gracious enough for people who actually choose to watch my show. Today, we know it's the end of the year. It's been an amazing year for MMA. Totally, not just UFC, and I would be crazy not to do Showtime's MMA awards. Welcome, guys. I'm your host. I'm also giving the awards. Maybe next year when I can get some money, I'll be able to get a little plaque, for myself, not for y'all. Y'all already, making money and stuff like that. So what I look like giving y'all, some of y'all don't care about. However, got to do my awards. I want to do MMA and I want to do boxing as well, but today is going to be MMA. Phenomenal year. So many great fights. It's been terrible with COVID, but man, y'all delivered this year. This year has been crazy. So I guess we should start with, the smaller awards, I guess. So let's go with my submission of the year award. There was some really good submissions this year. I mean, I feel like the one that stuck out the most to me was Mckee versus Darian Caldwell. And let me tell you how I do these. All right. So obviously you want something that's spectacular, something that's different, but you always can't get different. Like there might be a year where there is no flying triangles and flying arm bars, even though there was one this year. But this was a specific neck crank, and it was a very important fight. Darren Caldwell is a former champion. Mckee, this was his toughest task, and we saw a neck crank that I've never ever seen before in an MMA fight. So you get spectacular. You also get the significance of him being in a tournament and him being able to go to the finals. And then the fact that he fought a very good fighter in Darian Caldwell. Easily Mckee. And I'm super high on him, and we might hear from him a little bit later. So then also my next one will be comeback of the year. Comeback of the year, there was some pretty good comebacks. Honestly, you could argue Charles Oliveira had two of the best comebacks with Dustin Poirier and also with Michael Chandler. Both were crazy comebacks. He got dropped multiple times versus Dustin Poirier. He got dropped, I think, twice. I know he got hurt multiple times versus Michael Chandler and came back to win. Those are really big ones. But I'm going to go Paul Daly versus Sabu. That was a crazy, ridiculous comeback because while Charles Oliveira, he was hurt. I would say it wasn't that close to stopping, especially with Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier fight, it wasn't that close to being stopped. Michael Chandler, it was kind of close. However, the Paul Daly fight, Paul Daly was dead to right. That fight could have been stopped. He was getting beat the hell up by Sabo. But he weathered the storm out of that 5 minutes of just beating and came back and got a stoppage and knocked out easily. For me, I got to give some love. I'm not going to just sit here and just do straight UFC. There's been crazy cards throughout the entire year for PFL, from Bellator, not just the UFC. So I got to give them some love too. Paul Daly, you balled out, man. That was a great win for you. So now let's go with, what should we do? Should we do KO of the year since we did submission of the year, Chris? Let's do KO of the year. All right, so there's a few, man. Like that one was probably my toughest decision because you have the Jiri knockout, which was the spinning elbow. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. That was my number 2. I would have put that one. Another one was Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman knockout to Jorge. That punch was ridiculous. I call it the solar system punch. He literally punched him. You see the whole solar system and the whole entire galaxy after he got punched so damn hard. So, that one was ridiculous. Great win. Obviously, it was significant because it was a title fight. So that was my number 3. But my number 1, granted, was it significant? No. The quality and opponent, was it as up to the other two? No. But it was just so phenomenal. I had to call it knockout of the year. And that is the Joaquin Buckley. That knockout, that spinning back kick was something you see out of movies. We'll probably never ever see that again. And it was like, come on, man. That was so crazy. So crazy. Makes you not even want to catch kicks because you don't know what the hell's coming back. So yeah, easily knockout of the year. I know I said it was like it was a tough choice, but then I had to really think about it, and I was like, all right, it's easily this one. It was by far the best knockout. It just wasn't as significant as the other ones. So then we have to go with, let's see, what's on my breakthrough fighter of the year. So breakthrough, in my definition of breakthrough, is somebody that's finally come onto the scene and announced themselves as top dog. You have a few. You have Brandon Moreno, and then you have who technically you have Juliana Pena now. However, now I'm gonna easily give this to AJ Mckee. AJ Mckee beat the greatest, arguably the greatest fighter ever in Bellator history, who's, in my opinion, in his prime right now, and he finished him and made easy work of him. That man's here, and he's here to stay. AJ Mckee is a dog, and he very well might be the best 145er in the entire world. Very well could be. Not sitting here disrespecting Alex Volkanovski because he's obviously top dog right now, but I mean, AJ hasn't been tested yet, and he's been tested. Like, I know, once again, it's a contradiction, but I'll explain what I mean by that. He's been tested with competition. He's fought great fighters. Pitbull, great. Pitbull's easily, like, he would be top 5 in UFC. He's that good. Darren Caldwell, very good. He's fought good competition, but he ain't been tested. Ain't nobody been close. Nah, not even close. So, my guy, what can we say? Easily, like I said, breakthrough. And you also can probably put in Charles Oliveira too, because granted he's on a win streak, but people were disrespecting his resume. This year he's putting it all together, and he's actually beaten the best in the division. So, you could name him, but like I said, AJ Mckee, easily. Now, my most improved fighter that people weren't high on, that's gotten so much better, Brandon Moreno. And that's like easily. I don't even see how that would be a debate. I mean, most people believe that he lost his first fight with Figgy. Not to mention he was cut recently, like years ago, like what, 2 years ago in the UFC. He had to fight in another organization just to be signed back. I mean, what other like, come on, man, it's not even close. This guy wasn't even in the UFC a couple of years ago, fighting somewhere else. Now he's champion. Not only is champion, he beat the hell out of Figgy the second time they fought. Nobody saw that coming. I didn't see that coming for sure. And yes, he's only fought once this year, but that fight was so dominant in such a way that nobody thought. That first fight, granted, it was close, but without the point deduction, Figgy won. This fight was not competitive from round 1 to round 3. It wasn't close. So yeah, easily. Brandon Moreno, I'm so happy about him, bro. He's such a great story. He seemed like such a good guy. Never hear anything bad about him. Easily, he wins that award in my opinion. So now I think we're going into the comeback. Comeback of the year? Which, mind you, it could be either fight. It could be a fight or a fight. No, I'm sorry. I already did that one. Dang, I'm tripping right now. I said comeback. But with the comeback, by the way, it could have been a fight or two. You could have done Sean Strickland. Could have done Brandon Morale. You could Moreno. You could have done any of them. But what I meant to say, not comeback, it was upset of the year. Upset of the year is completely easy. There was one that was, before what happened, past few weeks. It was easily going to be Adrian beating DJ, knocking him out. That was easily going to be upset of the year until Juliana Pena completely shocked the entire world by subbing Amanda Nunes. I mean, do I really need to explain why that's upset of the year? I mean, we all know why. I mean, she's the GOAT. It was set in stone. This was the biggest let me tell you how big of an underdog she was. Somebody, mind you, he's an idiot or she's an idiot. I don't know what they want to classify themselves, but this person's an idiot. I don't know if you know this, Chris. This person bet $318,000 on Amanda Nunes to win. Just to win $27,000. First of all, let's make a moment of silence for this guy. Okay, that's enough. You're an idiot. So you are the weirdest human being. Like, granted, yes, it was a safe bet to win an easy $20,000, but you lost, bro. You lost $300,000. That's how much of a favor. That's how confident people were to when it came to this fight. And she shocked the world. And I know that person is on a bridge right now, being talked down from not jumping. I don't care how rich you are. $300,000 is a lot of damn money. And that could have very well went to me, my tuition, my debt, and also my future house that I'm gonna buy. You could have done all that and just gave it to me, bro. Like, come on, man. Watch my show. Watch my show. Just watch it. Yeah, but easily. Upset of the year. Ridiculous. Crazy. Now, coach of the year. I think with this one, it's actually pretty difficult. Because I have two people, and I'm actually gonna give it to both of them, and that's gonna be Trevor Whitman, and I think that's easy. Everybody knew that because Trevor Whitman has what, 2 champions, and then a person that's about to get a 3rd belt, and this year they all have won. Nobody has lost. And I think, hold on, let me think. I think if you put the total of all their fights, at least from his main 3, because I know he has more fighters, but if you want to talk about his big 3, I think most of them have been finishes. So man, guy's been a dog, and Trevor Whitman's an amazing coach. And then you should honestly look into his video subscription or whatever that you can pay for. It's like, well, that teaches you a lot of the things he teaches fighters. Very insightful, very helpful, phenomenal coach. Another one I'm gonna give it to is gonna be Khabib. Khabib has been undefeated this year. I think maybe he might have just lost one, but Khabib has been killing it, not just in UFC, all over MMA. And now he just opened up his own MMA organization, but that's besides the way. That has nothing to do with this. PFL, he has nothing but dogs coming out. Bellator, nothing but dogs coming out. Like, all these Russians are coming out are normally from his gym, and he's actually cornering these guys. And I remember looking at his corner stat, he was undefeated in all of them. So, I mean, you can't sit here and just ignore that. These guys are talented, but you can't sit here and act like he's not helping these guys. He is cornering these guys for a reason. And, you know, he's a bit of a blueprint for them. So, yeah, Khabib. It's going to be my, so yeah, it's Khabib, and it's also going to be Trevor for my coach of the year. Now, let's do fighter of the year. This is my last category. Female. I was actually up in odds about this. It was, I think the 2 choices are pretty simple. You could try to throw in Cyborg, but nah. I think it's between Rose and obviously Valentina Shevchenko. I'm going to still go Valentina, even though Rose has a great case because she has 2 dubs over Wei Li, and one is including a finish. I still just love the dominance that Valentina has shown over all her opponents, and these girls aren't even sniffing her, man. Like, it's at the end of the day, the best woman right now is clearly Valentina. It doesn't matter. And here's the difference between her and obviously Amanda. Amanda does look past her opponents. We've seen it. Valentina don't look past nobody. She treats everybody like they are, and that's beneath her. So I have to put her up, even though 125 is not as competitive as 115. We've seen it doesn't matter how good your competition is. You can have an off night and still lose. That's not happening with Valentina. Fighter of the year, pretty easily for me. However, I get why people would say Rose as well, because Rose has been phenomenal, and I'm big on Rose. Fighter of the year, as far as males go, I mean, Kamaru Usman. I mean, mic drop. Kamaru Usman has defended his belt 3 times. He's beat Jorge. He's beat Gilbert Burns. He has beat Colby. These guys are not scrubs. None of them. Everybody's tough. And he's gotten tougher and tougher in competition. Literally went from Jorge, who's probably the easiest. Then he went to Gilbert, who's very, very tough and difficult. Then he went to Colby, who is by far the toughest guy at 170. And he's beaten them all. And very well could have finished them all, but, you know, Colby's is just extremely tough. He talks too much junk. He has to back it up. So, you know, he's hurt every single person. He's pound for pound the best right now. I mean, he's defending his belt more than anybody else. Fighter of the year, easily. Like, I would say if there was a second one, I'm probably gonna go maybe Charles Oliveira. I mean, I don't know. He's been on a tear, and he's fought dogs, and he's been finishing them. So it's been tough. So yeah, like I said, it's definitely Kamaru Usman. You maybe could throw Cyril Gane because he's actually been really, really good as well. But easily number 1, Kamaru. Tell me who you think as far as your superlatives go. I didn't do Jim and all that stuff. I think that's a little, you know, tic-tacky. I think it's the same. It would be his coach, but you know, it is what it is. But you already know this is Showtime's Fight Forum. Thank you guys for watching. As always, this is your boy Showtime. Stay blessed. Like, subscribe, and comment, and all that good stuff. Deuces.